Age 500. Man is very old. He's just tapping his foot. What could this be? I wonder. Oh no! It's Shaq Fu. Not just any Shaq Fu. It's the Genesis version of Shaq Fu. I feel like All-Star should be hyphenated. Also, if you're in Tokyo, it should be karate. Like, come on. David Cage wishes he could be this racially sensitive. Shaquille O'Neal not picking up on the hints. Shaquille O'Neal is very confused.
Oh hey, I think I'm here finally.
Yep. You were definitely here. You scared the crap out of me, and you're also very much in my left ear.
I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can do anything that makes me less left.
We can go to Gargoyle's Peak, the Wasteland, the Vagabond Temple, or the Lost Jungle.
Yeah, I'm not sure I did. Am I left channel only?
You're not. You're that. Whatever you did, if you did nothing, it's figuring itself out at least, because you're no longer exclusively in my left ear.
Okay, it's good to know.
Do you have any choices on the first stage of Shaq Fu?
I'm pretty into vagabonds.
All right, let's figure out which button will let me enter the Vagabond Temple. The answer is C.
The Genesis or the SNES version of the Shaq?
This is the Genesis version of the Shaq.
Dear God. I hope this isn't a 6-button game.
So I bought a 6-button Genesis controller today.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be prepared, I guess.
Yep. Oh, God. Get up, Shaq. Whoop. Don't jump on projectiles, Shaq.
So this is the most lore-intensive fighting game I've ever heard of.
Oh yeah, it's nothing but lore. I don't know how I'm still alive, or how I won that, but Shaq is psyched about it.
I mean, this game is horrible, but I'll give it that. Like, there's frames there.
Yeah. There's animation. Someone took some time.
I feel like the gameplay is what's failing.
Oh yeah, no, like, and you know, running it through a bunch of capture setup really doesn't help the part where it feels like everything just happens like a second after I press it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But man, I destroyed that guy.
Yeah, I was doing some sub HD Saturn streaming earlier today, and most of the games felt responsive, but it still was like,
The Colonel will teach you a lesson, fool.
Oh shit! Which colonel's in this game? Is it
I hope.
Sanders? Is it?
Let's go to the wasteland.
I just want to know.
Who is that guy? So I will admit that most of my experience with Shaq Fu is the SNES one.
Mhm. Are there significant differences?
This one has like 5 new characters, or 4 or 5 new characters,
Oh wow!
including this guy, who looks like Earthquake and Bowser had a child.
He talks like it too.
Whoops. No, back up. Okay. Nope. There, okay. Yeah, I did it. Gonna do my Shaq dance. Oh, he's got teleports. It's like Mortal Kombat up-ins. Was testing this stuff out earlier, playing Mortal Kombat. For some reason, I don't know if I have to like turn on the 6-button Genesis controller, but like the 6 buttons weren't working for Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, I think it would have to be explicitly built to support the controller, and maybe it wasn't.
That's really unfortunate. Because trying to play Mortal Kombat on a 3-button controller is a nightmare.
I can imagine.
It's
You could look up
time
pretty easily
I'll
if you need to.
squash you like a bug. Well, yeah, but I was mainly just hoping that the stuff worked, because like there was a brief moment where it was like, oh god, did this cable I just bought not work? And then it turns out that like it had fallen out of the Genesis when I was setting it back in the shelf. And I was like, why is this not working? Because it's not plugged in, idiot.
You know what the best system to play Mortal Kombat on is?
The Genesis. Or no, because there was like the Game Boy version.
That's where I was going with this, yes.
Because, you know, why have 3 buttons when you can have 2?
2 buttons, 8 bits, 4 colors.
I seem to recall Voodoo being, well, like she's not super broken because she's not Beast or Set, but like, I want to say she's got a move that will just hit you. It doesn't matter where you are on the screen, and it's like super fast also. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it's not as fast in this version or something. Because like she'll just pull out a voodoo doll and stab it, and you take damage, and it doesn't matter where you are. I seem to recall in the SNES version, it's like instant. Oh no.
Bad fighters, but ones that are substantially better than this. I played some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tournament fighters for my birthday party. That was fun.
Nice. That's a good video game. How do I do my Shaq Doken?
SNES Classic has been worth the $80, but I'm still angry as hell about like everything about the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
Which hopefully we'll have time to talk about when we do the goatee thing.
Yep. Look at how fast Shaq moves on the world map. He's just booking it.
And also, in fights like his idle animation, he's burning the hell out of those calories.
Yeah. I'll whisper it in your ear after I slap you silly. Good writing in the Shaq Fu. Ah. Oh my god, I can't. The spacing is too good. I can't. Oh god, that went real bad. Like he was successfully staying out of range of my jumps. Like he was either just too close or just too far for me to do my sick jumps.
Red Skull, Green Goblin hybrid.
Pretty much.
It's got style.
With lightning powers. It's basically Make Me Mad's favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's got a cool look. He
probably has a whip. Sugar. Oh no! Shaq, why?
A meter that's not health. What is that meter?
The meter underneath it is your fury, which, as you take hits, it has a chance of filling up, and then once you have maximum fury, like you do more damage. It's like a rage mode.
So nothing particularly interesting mechanically there.
No. You don't even get like new moves or anything. It's just damage boost. Oh no! No! Stop your lightning. Oh no. Man, that dude is ripped for being a weird skeletal lightning wizard.
I like how the countdown timer goes to hundredths of a second.
I mean, you gotta know how close you are to winning that timeout. Oh no, oh god. This is going poorly. Shit. I've beat real fighters twice your size. You know, I'm beginning to think Shaq Fu may not be a good video game. I'm not sure why I would think such a thing. Because obviously, it's just a masterpiece. I mean, look at those guys in the background. Look at how psyched they are. Oh god.
So what specials does Shaq have? I know it's just a lot of jumping and kicking happening.
Because I don't know what specials Shaq has. When I lose this fight, I will look up a move list for Shaq Fu.
Well, your punch him in the crotch strategy seems to be paying dividends.
Yeah. I find that to be effective in most fights.
Can you block his like full screen lightning thing?
Yeah. It's just that because my strategy is jump in and then kick, you can't block in midair because, you know, not anime fighting games. And then,
I was about to say the most anime of Street Fighters, but there's a lot of anime Street Fighters.
it's not Koihime. Koihime is the anime Street Fighter.
Okay, fair enough. That is definitely the most anime of Street Fighters. Technically not a Street Fighter, but
Shaq Fu move list for Genesis. This is what we got. I'm looking for Shaq. That's Nezu. Shaq! I have the Shuriken. Let's see if I can do the Shuriken by doing forward, back, forward, A. Nope. Nope.
Shaq needs like Dong Dong Never Die movesets, just like tossing basketballs, doing some psycho pressures with them.
I did the Shuriken.
Okay, I'm eagerly awaiting this.
It didn't really look that cool, but... Four back, forward A. Nope. Four back, forward A. See, the problem is, like, I look at this, and I wonder if they're doing it on a 3-button controller. Because, like, all I see is A's and B's, and some C's. I don't see any X's or Y's or Z's.
So is this a 6-button game?
Yes, this is a 6-button game.
So in 3-button mode, does it have like the Street Fighter thing where start switches between punches and kicks?
Yes, it does. I've game overed in Shaq Fu.
I don't recall that being an unusual situation. I recall this game being not easy. From that one time we rented it. And when I say we, I mean me and one of my friends here in Minnesota when we were very, very young.
Down four C for the Inferno kick.
'95. Okay, I mean, I guess we would have been around 10 at the time, so not that young, but still.
We're gonna try to do the Shuriken. That dude just looks like a child Shaq is scolding. Four back forward. Four back forward. Oh, I did a grab. There we go. That was the Shuriken. It didn't look super great. And also, it's kind of hard to do.
Looks like you're fighting a striker without a gun.
He is throwing knives. Oh man, that Inferno kick does a lot of damage.
This human with the knives seems alright.
the wind-up on the Shikuriken.
The jumps in this game, I think, have the most horizontal movement of any fighter I can think of.
Oh yeah. I did it. I'm the best. I'm Shaq. You need to work out, brah, says Shaq. I kind of want to just lose and go back to the character select screen so we can look at the goofy Genesis exclusive Shaq Fu characters. So I'm just gonna like hold forward and run into Raja here. Fury!
Apparently, at least that I can find, there is no video game for Kazam. Shocking. I guess we just got Shaq Fu.
Yep. Alright. So we got Shaq. We got Cowrie, who was in the basic game. Beast, super broken. Set, also kind of broken. Colonel. I guess that's the Colonel that that one guy was talking about. He looks like a he looks like RoboCop, kinda. Diesel, who I think was the kid with the knife. Big Daddy Cool. Auroch, who's the guy who looks like Bowser and Earthquake had a child. Voodoo, Mephis, Nezu, who I think is like the kid you're trying to rescue in the video game. Raja, Swordman, and Liotsu, who I think is the old man at the beginning. I think. I don't know. Shaq Fu lore. But now that I can stream, you know, Genesis stuff, oops, and try not to knock over the microphone like that. Oh, I have this whole other stack of Genesis games that I need to go get. Because I came prepared.
Did you get the Bubsy?
No, I did not get the Bubsy. I do have.
Did you get the Bubsy too?
I have some amount of standards, Grav. I say as a man who owns Shaq Fu.
Even without Shaq Fu, I don't think that statement holds water.
But yeah, it really doesn't. Oh, this game this game I'm about to put in was published by Accolade, though. That's like Bubsy, right?
Sure. Yeah, even if we don't have standards, I mean, we do on occasion draw lines. It's probably one of those.
That's not a good sign. Which means probably need to like blow in the cartridge or something. I know it's like you're not supposed to do this. Like you're drastically reducing the lifespan, but like it works.
Whatever. I mean, if I can get them to work by cleaning them the right way, I'll do that, but sometimes I like do the right thing, which is cleaning them with alcohol, and that doesn't help. And then I blow them, and that works. So I mean, what am I
Yeah.
supposed to do?
Guess what? I blew on that cartridge and it worked. Sport accolade.
I mean, all the carts are going to die out eventually, anyway. So
Yeah. All right. Are you ready to shut up and jam?
I am. Use them or lose them.
I did not know what this game actually was. I'm gonna be super honest. I thought this was more like Chaos in the Windy City and it was like a platformer. I did not realize this was actually basketball.
That's pretty funny.
Featuring people like Smoothie from Oakland, Wildman from Miami, Exeos from Chicago, Chili from Watts, Funky D, Gunner, Sarge, D-Train, Sir Charles,
Okay.
Spike, Dane, Sweet Pea, T-Bone, Newts, Flyby, and Stonewall.
Yeah, I mean, why get the NBA Players League license when you can get these guys?
We're gonna make Exeos our captain because that seems like the right thing. And then, of course, you know, I think we have to pick Stonewall as our partner. Why is there a pirate flag?
I think we have a new contender for best style.
So I think we have a new contender for old game of the year. Let's play in Chicago, I guess. I don't know how to play the video game. Oh god. Okay, B appears to be pass. Oh, yep, that's still the pass button. Oh, that guy dunked it. That guy is very good at... My AI partner is way better at basketball than I am. Nope. Oh!
This seems very much like it wants to be NBA Jam.
It does. It, in fact, seems a lot like it wants to be NBA Jam. I dunked it.
You know, it's a good basketball game.
NBA Jam?
NBA Jam.
Yeah. I don't understand what my balls in, like, next to my name are. But they just refilled. So that's cool.
I'm gonna.
Also, I guess there's no out of bounds, because the ball just bounced off an invisible wall. No!
Ain't no one got time for walls. I guess.
Well, that was cool. Well, let's Barkley shut up and jam. Apparently my cartridge is possessed.
Waiting to see the ghost magic. Itself.
Yeah, it seemed to just reset itself and then it died. So, you know. There's a creepypasta waiting to happen.
Sure.
Alright. More Genesis games. equals more human. Oh, this will be topical. Oh god, these boxes are very dusty. Let's do this one. Nope, okay. Again, I feel like it's really weird when that works. It's the Royal Rumble. Clearly we want to do the Royal Rumble in the Royal Rumble game. Difficulty 1. We can be the Macho Man. We can be the Hitman Bret Hart. We can be the comically racist Hulk Hogan. Be the Undertaker, who's way into his 2x2 hands of blue. Also, I really like that his height is listed as 6'10" and a half.
Wait, who says Hulk?
No, Undertaker. Crush. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. The Narcissist. TM.
Oh,
Shawn Michaels. Like, peak drugs Shawn Michaels. The model Rick Martel, I think. Because he's just listed as the model TM. Papa Shango. Razor Ramon. This guy in a suit. And Macho Man. Let's be... Whoops. Let's hit... I want to point out that in this game in particular, B is to confirm and A is to go back. Because that makes sense.
there wasn't much consistency in that back in the day. Like, even in the Super Nintendo, you had stuff like Mario Kart where B was select. Learned that lesson, and they're like, what if we like amp this up to 11?
Did you guys try to pin me in a Royal Rumble? The heck you doing? Oh god. You know, this game's got animation. Like, it looks alright for... I think this was an early Genesis game. I don't understand that meter whatsoever. I think there's a weird Sega Genesis Vince McMahon in the background who's losing his mind.
Yep, that's what his face looks like.
Like, the sprite clipping is making people's chests go away sometimes, and that's always fun.
Those commentary dudes are losing it.
Yeah. Oh, Bret Hart, why? It looks like I'm just, like, walking up to people and trying to like give them a big chest bump, and I'm just chest bumping them and then falling over. Oh, big suplex. Big strangle.
I gotta say, the World Wildlife Fund was way different in the 90s.
You're not wrong. Oh no, they're strangling me. Don't do that.
The best that they got rid of Vince McMahon.
Also, there's a dude in the crowd who looks possessed by the devil. It's like the dude immediately to the left of the middle part with no people. Just looks like the Satan.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I think that would apply to most of the background guys.
I mean, you're not wrong. But like that one dude in particular. Oh, I guess someone got eliminated. I don't know who. Whoop. Oh, I eliminated a dude. That was cool. Now this dude with polka dots on his pants is here.
Yeah, I don't know how well this game plays, but technically it seems pretty impressive. You got
6 dudes.
yes, 6 guys going at once. The sprites seem fairly distinct.
I can tell who I am. Oh no, it's Papa Shango. He is here. He's going to do a weird storyline with the Ultimate Warrior, I think was who that was with. I'm gonna say this doesn't play super well because like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of mashing all the buttons. Especially when this meter shows up, because I don't know. Is that Roman Reigns who just showed up in his tactical vest? And is strangling that dude? Nope. Oh, Papa Shango, why? Oh, bye. Purple polka dot man just took out Hulk Hogan. And by purple polka dot, I mean red polka dot. Gonna clack these buttons on this new-ish 6-button Genesis controller I bought.
Is it official or is it one of those?
It is. If I'm not in, if I can hit this pause button, there we go. It is a. Where'd the box go? Tommy, Tomee brand Genesis controller. Tommy.
Gotcha.
Oh, they raked my eyes.
Yeah, because I know these days you can get a lot of like weird no-name retro controllers.
Yep. That is what I did, because it was, like, super cheap, and I didn't want to spend that much money on Shaq Fu. No! Okay. Get me out of here. Oh no, Papa Shango is out. It'd be really cool if I knew exactly how to eliminate people, because I sure don't.
Yeah, eventually it'll just be you and one other guy, and you won't know how to get rid of him.
Yeah. I have eliminated people. I just don't really know how I did it. Can I, like, climb the turnbuckle? No. Just gonna keep strangling everyone. Oh, okay. Down to 2. It's me and polka dots.
That's trademark.
Oh, my eyes. Oh, my arm. No! Why would you do this to me? I'm just gonna take it out. Oh no. Over here. Nope, okay. Nope. Just drop kick yourself out of the arena. Vince McMahon and whoever that is were like, oh, this is the best night in the history of our sport. I can't believe Razor Ramon and whoever this is in the red polka dots have been going at it for 3 hours. And no one's been eliminated yet. Excuse me. By God, he's choking him to death. And then he punched him in the face. It's a dick move. Thought we banned open hand, or closed hand punches. Closed fists, rather.
By God, that's Stone Cold's music.
By God, that's Stone Cold's music, even though he was with WCW when this video game was released.
Oh man, time travel. I'm going to assume his theme was different at this point too, assuming he was in the professional circuit.
That too. So I thought B, or like A was to grapple, B was punches, and C is kicks, but A appears to be like a run. I'm not sure. I do have the instruction manual for this one, so I may consult that real quick here. Oh, it supports this. Oh, this supports the 6-button controller. Cool. How to throw man out ring. Like you press the Y button while you both are standing, and then mash like shit. I like the section called Rule Breakers Only. Alright. Oh, I hit the A button to quit instead of the whatever. So, Royal Rumble ended in a draw. That seems like poor pause design of just a single button immediately kicks you back to the menu. Darn. I don't get to see the Royal Let's finish this night of Genesis 3 with, you know, a classic.
Ooh.
Like an actual one.
All right, good video games coming up.
Sega. I like this game. I like this game a lot. It's good. It's a good time. It has some really good sequels. It has some really bad sequels. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go back to where it all began. And almost landed spikes like immediately.
Where it all began, Sonic Underground.
They made a vow. Their mother will be found.
Sonic 1's alright. It's definitely the most like platformery of the Sonics, and that's saying something considering all the Genesis ones were very heavy on platforming.
Yep. I'm gonna be super honest. I don't think I've ever made it past like the third zone in Sonic 1.
Yeah, I never liked Sonic 1 quite as much as the others, so I didn't focus on it. I'm probably in a similar situation. Definitely a Sonic 2, and even more so a Sonic 3 and Knuckles guy.
Yep, that I agree. Oops, no. Oh no. Well,
I played Sonic CD as a kid, you know, owing to not having a Sega CD and all, but I did get around to playing that. I was like, nope, not for me.
I wouldn't mind getting a Sega CD.
That's as good a time as any.
Yep. The trick is finding one. And I'd say finding the games, but like the game stores.
You can kind of burn those.
Oh really?
Dude, of course you can. What, you thought they put like DRM on the Sega CD?
I mean, you know, maybe.
There was basically no such thing as commercial CD burners at that in 92, 93?
Yeah.
92 in America.
I mean, I guess I should have assumed, you know, differently considering, you know, the Dreamcast, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, there was the Dreamcast. To be fair, they did, you know, really work on Saturn. That one was a lot harder to to counterpick.
Whoops.
Sega CDs though, as far as I know, nothing's stopping you from going burn crazy on that.
But like, the store that I go to had like a copy of Sylphie just lying around. So I was like, oh, that's
Nice.
Oh, slow down.
Things I remember about Sonic 1 is there's like 3 different versions, and of by how the water looks in Labyrinth Zone.
Oh, that was glitchy. I was running on the air for a second there. Settle down, Sonic. Well, I will say that, like, even though I never got past, like, there we go. I was gonna say, like, I never really got past the Marble Palace Zone or whatever the next one is. But I remember having, like, a system for this boss, because he's super easy. And I'm messing it up super hard. Remember when I said, like, oh yeah, I had, like, a system for that boss, and then I died? It was super embarrassing. There we go. Marble Zone, not Marble Palace Zone. I like the thing about how, like, oh yeah, it's totally like Mario's on the thing here. I remember being like, what? You're crazy. I don't see
Wait,
it.
what?
If you look,
Before?
if you look super closely at the, at this, like, weird structure, like, right above where Sonic is standing, or crouching, like, if you squint, it just kind of looks like Mario's face. It's a stretch, but it's I used to not be able to see it, and now I look at it and like, yeah, you know, you got a point.
I'll take your word for it.
Like, I'm sure it's not, but now I can see it and I can't unsee it.
It's one of those things like the Emperor in Final Fantasy III looking like a dog man.
Yeah.
Except that's one I can't not see.
Or like, I like just bought this Genesis controller and like the D-pad's freaking out because, you know, stuff. Either that or like the Super Mario 64 statue thing about, oh yeah, if you look at it, L is real 2041, so if you play Super Mario 64 in the year 2041, you can play as Luigi.
That one before either.
Oh, there's lava there.
Also, if anyone said that, I don't think they thought it through, because the N64 doesn't have an internal clock.
That's just what they want you to think. It has a secret internal clock just to keep track of this so you can play as Luigi. Oh shit. Whoa, okay. Old video
I could be
games.
wrong about that, but I don't remember ever being able to set the date on Nintendo 64.
I think you could do it in, like, Animal Crossing, like, the battery save for the game would do it.
Oh,
but,
sure.
But, like, Super Mario
I meant like at an
64
operating system level.
Oh, yeah, no.
The Saturn had that, and I don't remember if the PlayStation did. No, it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah, no. Saturn definitely does. But... And I think that may have
Game.
been the first one.
Yeah, no, I know that the PlayStation didn't because the Moon and Sunstone don't have an internal clock to go off of, so they go off your saves played time.
Yep. But they go off, like, the actual time on the Saturn, right?
I think so.
Oh, no lava.
Ooh, yeah, you got kind of dumped on there.
Oh, lava. Just taking a nice lava bath there, Sonic. And that's why I've never finished the first Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Known as pretty close quarters. Plenty of opportunities to lava yourself to death or just get crushed.
Oh, man. Sega Genesis. It's a system. Somewhere around here I have a copy of Shining Force, which I will not get into because that game is long.
Yep, that's time consuming.
Let's actually take a quick sneak peek at my I've been trying to keep up with my, like, video game purchases and acquirements on that Darkadia site to, like, try to keep a decent catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's
Back my collection at one point and then just said, eh.
the
So I
list,
think it's almost everything digital these days.
the list of Sega Genesis games that I have that I have not streamed are Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing, Mortal Kombat 2, Donald Duck's Quackshot, and Shining Force. So
I don't know about the boxing game, but those other ones are legit.
I will tell you for free that boxing game is terrible.
But it's the real deal.
And it's Evander Holyfield. Like, the man had his ear bitten off.
Great taste that tastes great together.
Yep. I love this Tetris shit talk Twitter that I've found.
Link that up.
Let me put this in the Discord. More lines than a Shakespeare play, son.
Oh, that's Tetris? I didn't read the account name, so I assumed they were talking about cocaine. Well, I mean, seriously, when you were retweeting those all earlier, I'm like, that's a lot of coke.
Yep. To be fair, one of the Tetris shit talk lines is more lines than a club bathroom on Friday night, son.
Mhm.
More lines than a zebra slaughterhouse, son. My pieces move quicker than Sonic the Hedgehog, and you still don't have a goddamn line. I'm building Stonehenge here while you build a goddamn sandwich.
A bomb took out a Game Boy and it still plays better Tetris than you.
It's great. That was a good short Genesis stream. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button.
Bye bye.
Night, everybody.